In the heart of a small town nestled in the rolling hills, stood an old hostel that had seen better days. The building creaked with age, its faded facade a testament to the passing of time. Locals whispered about the dark history of Room 13, a room that had been sealed off for decades, its secrets buried beneath layers of dust and neglect. As the new owner of the hostel, Amelia was determined to breathe new life into the old building. She had heard the rumors about Room 13 but dismissed them as superstitious nonsense. To her, it was just another room in need of repair. On a stormy night, a group of travelers arrived at the hostel, seeking shelter from the raging tempest. Amelia welcomed them warmly, assigning each of them a room for the night. However, as the guests settled in, a feeling of unease settled over the building, and whispers of a presence in Room 13 began to circulate. Among the guests was a young woman named Claire, an aspiring writer with a penchant for the supernatural. Intrigued by the tales surrounding Room 13, she decided to investigate. With a sense of trepidation, Claire made her way to the forbidden room, her heart pounding in her chest. As she pushed open the door, a chill ran down her spine, and the air grew heavy with a sense of foreboding. The room was shrouded in darkness, the only light filtering in through the cracked window. The furniture was draped in dusty sheets, and cobwebs clung to the corners like malevolent specters. Ignoring the voice of reason that told her to leave, Claire stepped further into the room, drawn to a faded painting hanging on the wall. It depicted a faceless figure cloaked in shadow, its eyes seeming to follow her every move. A cold gust of wind swept through the room, causing the candles to flicker ominously. Suddenly, a floorboard beneath her feet groaned, and Claire stumbled backward, her heart pounding in terror. The room seemed to come alive with unseen forces, shadows dancing along the walls like restless spirits. In a panic, Claire turned to flee, but the door slammed shut with a resounding boom, trapping her inside. As fear clawed at her chest, Claire frantically searched for a way out, her hands shaking as she grasped at the doorknob. But it refused to budge, as if held shut by an unseen hand. Desperation set in as she realized she was not alone in the room. A whisper echoed through the darkness, chilling her to the bone. "Leave this place, for it belongs to me," it hissed, the voice filled with malice and torment. Paralyzed with fear, Claire could only watch helplessly as the shadows began to converge, taking shape before her eyes. In the flickering candlelight, a figure materialized from the darkness, a figure clad in tattered garments, its face obscured by a hooded cloak. It reached out a spectral hand, its touch icy cold against Claire's skin. With a strangled cry, Claire broke free from the room, stumbling into the hallway, her breath coming in ragged gasps. The other guests gathered around her, their expressions a mix of concern and disbelief as she recounted her harrowing experience in Room 13. From that night on, the hostel was never the same. The whispers of the past grew louder, the shadows deeper, and Room 13 remained sealed off, a dark reminder of the horrors that lay within its walls. And as the storm raged outside, a sense of dread settled over the old building, a whispered warning to all who dared to venture near. The mystery of Room 13 would forever remain unsolved, its secrets buried in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting soul to unlock its dark truths. And as the night stretched on, the hostel stood silent and still, a haunting specter in the heart of the town, its history etched in the walls of Room 13.